Today's special broadcast that comes to you from outside the White House in Washington, D.C. I'm Gaurav Sawant. The stage is set for Donald Trump to return to the White House as the 47th President of the United States of America. And preparations are on here at the Pennsylvania Avenue right outside the White House for the grand reception. But because of the chill that's expected on the 20th of January, it's likely to be -7 degrees, could go up to -10, at least 5 to 8 inches of snow is expected. And Donald Trump himself has said he does not want his supporters to fall ill or to be out in the cold. And that is why a lot of the celebrations that were planned here outside the White House, and in fact all the way from the Capitol to the White House, they've now either been curtailed or called off. Trump supporters have been asked not to come to the White House but stay where they are. There are, of course, 18 balls and gatherings that are being organized, some official, some unofficial, including the Commander-in-Chief's ball, where the President and the First Lady would be. But there are several other get-togethers that are also happening. But as far as the Trump inauguration is concerned, there are several heads of state and governments who've been invited. India's External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, will be here. Several tech giants will be here. Several top celebrities and industrialists from across the world will be here at the White House.
Countdown to Trump 2.0 is on. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is all set for his second term.
Congratulations.
President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration will take place inside the U.S. Capitol rather than outdoors due to severe cold.
We're standing right here on the Capitol grounds, and this is the Capitol Hill. It's all ready, and it was all supposed to go as planned when President Trump would have taken oath right there at the center of that stage that you see. You still see people working below the stage, but this is where the President of the United States usually takes oath for the office. But today, he has decided, and President-elect Trump has decided, that he would not do that due to inclement weather.
Indoor oath ceremony has denied Trump supporters the grand spectacle they hope for, but they are still enthusiastic.
We are very excited. This is our second try to get to the inauguration, and we've made it here, and we had tickets to attend, but unfortunately we've heard there's a cancellation. So we are a little disappointed, but definitely glad we're here.
I think it's really upbeat now. I think everybody's ready for some change and ready for hopefully for positive change.
This will be the first time in 40 years that U.S. presidential inaugural ceremonies are moved indoors. The last president to be sworn in indoors was Ronald Reagan in 1985. The ceremony will be attended by many world leaders and tech giants. After Trump fans and their families, the next most important attendees are the outgoing president and also the vice president. Former Presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush will also grace the event. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is representing India at the inauguration ceremony. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, President of Argentina and Chinese Vice President are among the guests. Business titans including Ambani's Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk will attend the inauguration in Washington, D.C. Musk will be part of Trump 2.0. He will be heading the Department of Government Efficiency. Local and federal officials are expecting over 2 lakh people to show up in Washington, D.C. for Trump's ceremony. The grand inauguration day includes a formal swearing-in ceremony, as well as musical performances, a celebratory parade, and a number of formal balls. All eyes are on Donald Trump as he moves back into the White House. With Rohit Sharma in Washington, D.C., Bureau Report, India Today.
India and America have had very warm ties, whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans. But when Trump was the President of the United States of America in his first tenure, he had come to Ahmedabad, to Gujarat for Namaste Trump. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had come to Houston, Texas for Howdy Modi. But will that relationship be taken forward to a new level in Trump's second presidency? India Today's Rohit Sharma spoke to several Indian American Republican and Democrat congressmen and other political leaders to get you their perspective on where India-America relations stand now and where they're headed.
When we met during the campaigning season, you were obviously campaigning for yourself and, Vice President Kamala Harris. We've got Trump, who's elected as the president now. The inauguration is coming up. What can people expect from Trump 2.0? Like, what have the conversations in your party about Trump 2.0?
I have no idea. My best guess is yours. I think Trump 2.0 will be unpredictable. I didn't see Greenland coming. I didn't see, he campaigned as someone who was going to be a peaceful president. And then in his first press conference, he says he's going to send troops to Panama and Greenland, right? So it's just, you just don't know with him. I think the one thing you do know is that he'll, say and do things to get attention and get press and distract from the issues. And so we'll see what happens.
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, a lot of Indian Americans were on, they were online hatred against them, especially the ones who come here, work here. What would you tell your constituents? What would you tell, people from India who are working here on visas and as such, and, who were basically, called out names, including, I remember Congressman Sri Thanada was even asked to go back to India. Mm-hmm. So, how do you see all this playing up?
Yeah, I've gotten some of that too. I did my swearing in on a Bhagavad Gita because I'm Hindu, and it talked about my mother immigrating from India, and I got those same kinds of comments. People saying to go back to where you came from. You're not a real American. I would just say that's unfortunately people are vocal now about their bigotry, but I'm not going to let it stop me. Certainly, if anything, I'm going to let it motivate me, and so. I would also say that for those people who are attacked or for those who hold H-1B visas or, immigrants generally, I've got your back, and I know a lot of other people in Congress do as well.
The inauguration is coming up. What can one expect from Trump 2.0?
He's going to be looking for a strong economy. He's going to be looking for a sustained economy. He's going to look for growth above 2%. That's going to include deregulation, keeping the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act in place, which will expire in 2025. I think he will look to have a stronger defense posture. I think the Indo-Pacific region is extremely important when you look at China and its rise, not just in its economic strength, but its military prowess. The fact that they're threatening Taiwan in that region that's so important, that has 70% of the world's wealth, 70% of the world's population, about that much in military might as well. It'll be extremely important. I don't know if he'll focus on that in the inauguration itself, but he's going to talk about a stronger, more resilient America that's much more fair. When I say fair, that doesn't mean that we have equal results, but we have equal opportunities, not based on race, not based on gender, not based on anything other than your efforts and your abilities. That's been the American way since the very beginning. One of the things that snuck in somehow or another is that we punish people who are successful. That should never be the American way. Anybody who's part of the Indian diaspora knows that. We've seen a demographic who's extremely successful be punished for that success and actually discriminated against for that success many times. And that's the unfortunate thing. We should never represent that in America. We should always represent our best efforts, and that we should allow businesses to flourish here, because that will keep us ahead of the game, especially as the world's largest economy, with our head looking slightly over our shoulder towards those people who are approaching us very rapidly.
And even before he enters the White House, Donald Trump is making waves across the world. He hasn't taken oath just as yet, but his pronouncements on Greenland and on Canada and on Mexico and imposing tariffs on countries, all of these issues, the major statement that he'd made about Hamas and returning of Israel's hostages, it's having the Trump effect. Many argue that his foreign policy in his second tenure could lead to major upheaval in the world. But will it bring peace between Russia and Ukraine? What does it mean for West Asia? What does it mean for India-America relationship? And is he serious about making Canada the 51st state of the United States of America? Or is this only being said to ensure that there's better border management and better security so that drugs and illegal immigration does not remain a huge issue from the US-Canadian border? Let's take a look at what Trump's foreign policy could be in his second term. Mr. President.
This way, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Donald Trump is set to take oath as the 47th US president for the second time on Monday. From Ukraine war to trade with China to immigration, Trump is likely to disrupt American foreign policy in a massive way. In 2024, Trump had stated he would work with both Ukraine and Russia to end their war.
Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled, and it would have never happened. It would have never, ever happened if I was there. I used to talk to Putin about it. I've said it very openly. I talked to him about it. It was the apple of his eye. I said, don't do it, Vladimir. Don't do it, Vladimir.
The other war zone is on the Middle East, where Israel and Hamas finally agreed on a ceasefire. Trump, in his first stint as president, had officially recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
The United States finally and officially recognized Jerusalem as the true capital of Israel.
In his first term, Trump had also reapplied sanctions on Iran after withdrawing from the 2015 nuclear deal between Iran and world powers. Tehran, over the last 1 year, suffered many strategic losses, with its proxies like Hamas and Hezbollah being routed by Israel. The Bashar al-Assad government in Syria, backed by Iran, has also been toppled.
I have respect for Iran. I have respect for the people. I know a lot of Iranian people. They're very smart, actually great negotiators, great business people. They're great people. They're very warm people. I wanted to do, as a country, I wanted to do great. Now it's, in its own way, it's probably in danger, maybe more so than they would have thought a month ago, right, with what's happening.
US President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping brokered a trade war truce at a G20 dinner in late 2018. But this time, Trump has threatened to escalate the trade war with Beijing.
We're going to, I charged China. China was charged by me hundreds of billions of dollars over the last few years that we were in the administration. In fact, Biden hasn't been able to get rid of them because they make so much damn money. They can't justify getting rid of them. He'd love to because they paid him a lot of money, China. They've given him a lot of money.
Trump is not stopping at that. He wants to redraw the American map by annexing Canada, Greenland, and Panama. He even wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
Trump 2.0 will be in no way similar to his first stint as American president, and the world is bracing for his new avatar. Bureau Report, India Today.
While everyone's talking extensively about the bromance between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO and the SpaceX chief, there's a lot of conversation about what impact will Elon Musk have on the Trump presidency in his second term. He's already been a part of some formal conversations that President Trump has had with some heads of state, with governments. He's talked about foreign policy. He's talking about business relationships with various countries. But will Elon Musk impact Trump's presidency, and how? There are multiple reports that are doing the round. Several pundits are saying that this bromance, which is going very strong, could go south in the years ahead. But will it? We bring you more in this report.
From a Democrat to a strong ally and BFF of Donald Trump.
We had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight! Blood coming down the face.
Elon Musk is set to play a key role in Trump 2.0 administration. Musk will lead Trump's government efficiency drive, along with former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. Musk will be co-in charge of newly created Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. But how did the iconoclastic billionaire who transformed the auto industry, the business of space flight and social media platform Twitter, rise to become one of the most powerful men in the world? The founder and CEO of Tesla emerged as the pivotal player in the 2024 US presidential elections.
Oh, let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon. Now he is. Now he's an amazing guy. Take a look at what happened.
The turning point was the assassination attempt on Donald Trump while on the campaign trail in Pennsylvania. It made Musk publicly endorse Trump for US president and join Trump for the first time ever at a campaign rally.
His name is Elon Musk. He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire.
The billionaire owner of Tesla and SpaceX handed out over $200 million to fund Trump's 2024 campaign, making Musk one of the biggest underwriters for presidential campaign in US history.
President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes.
In November 2024, Trump and Musk cozied up at the latter's Grand Mar-a-Lago resort to watch the Republicans' thumping victory. And soon after, the US president announced that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency.
I will create a Government Efficiency Commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it. Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force. Be interesting. If he has the time, that'd be a good one to do it.
All government spending is taxation. So whether it's direct taxation or all government spending, it either becomes inflation or it's direct taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
But the two businessmen politicians' friendship clearly extends beyond the White House, with Trump attending SpaceX Starship launch.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
And Musk spending Thanksgiving with the entire Trump clan at Mar-a-Lago. The two also shook a leg with their families at the New Year's Eve bash. With the world at the edge over what Trump 2.0 will bring with him, there is as much apprehension about what first buddy Elon Musk will do. He's already been christened meddler-in-chief by the internet for trying to influence elections in Germany and going after UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. As Trump prepares for his presidency, the role of Elon Musk will likely continue to be a topic of contention and scrutiny. The coming months will reveal how this partnership evolves and what it means for both America and the world. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, that is all we have time for on this special broadcast from Washington, D.C. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.